Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Goof Troop. In the last episode, we made it all the way to the end. And now we are on the last stage of the game. And if you are not careful, you are definitely going to get lost here. I should mention that I brought my life count up to 8 off screen, because I decided to hunt for stuff that would bring my life count up between this screen and the one in the north, and it's not like there's an everlasting flow of items that will bring your life count up to 9, so there's no point in farming between two screens to do that because the game will not let you. Basically, there are only so many items that will be below barrels, and once you've exhausted everything, that's basically it. You've exhausted everything, so there's that. Anyway, now that I got an explanation for that out of the way, let's begin. And I'm just going to throw this in the water just cause. When we go north, we've got a few enemies that we can take care of. Thankfully, I can aim properly, so that shouldn't be much of a problem to deal with. And as soon as we go to the right, we're going to have to deal with some enemies here. Want to get rid of the two enemies first. Well, that helps. And then we can go towards the cannon, raise our hands up, just keep throwing bombs at it. There, we're done with the enemies now. Now, kick this thing down, kick this to the right, kick this up, and grab this hook shot. I still want to grab barrels and see if I can farm anything, though I doubt that I will. I may have to find everything out in the open. But we are down here now, and that's the most important thing. And now that we're here, we're going to have to do a block puzzle. Kick that left, kick that up, kick that right, kick that up. You can kick that right if you want to. I'll go ahead and talk to this guy. And you'll find out that Killhall Pete has taken some people hostage. And if they try to do anything, the village is going to be burned to the ground, even though in Stage 2 we already found out it was ruined. So there is that. Kick that to the left, kick that down, kick that to the left, we're good. Now we have these 4 enemies, and this little button to the left here that we can step on. This turns on the conveyor belt. And as long as there are enemies here, we can use these barrels to destroy enemies. Now, there are 2 ways to hit that button. You can either walk up to it and hit it yourself, or you can do that, throw a barrel at it. Showing that off because, well, we're going to have to do that later. For now, let's go up here. Right, up, right, wrap around, up, wrap around again, right, and then bam, we are here. Now, I want to get these guys away from me. That would be a great thing. Because I want to go to that door to the north, and that guy's in the way. There we go. Now we can get everything to reset. No, you're not what I want. No. I want to use the bell because this will be a lot easier if you do it this way. And I did not know that that was going to get him. Thankfully, you can get these guys to come at you from any time. And now that we have that out of the way, we can grab this hook and forget about everything that we need to do. Here. Let's see here. Do I want to go left or do I want to go up? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just go up. Now, you want to be careful here, because there are at least 3 or 4 different positions that all these holes are going to teleport to. As long as you stay in the corners, just make your move to them, and then just stay there, and just stay next to the wall, you can get around just easily. Just like that. And now we have another hook shot. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. And, well, they're already here, but they're about to weigh anchor. Thankfully, the game being the way it is, you have all the time in the world. So it's not that bad. Give this thing at least one more. And there we go. There is room to the right, but we're going to have to go there later. For now, let's just go through more of the ship. And grab some pots and get rid of all these guys. Because, why not? Anything else I can grab? I doubt it. Probably not. Nope. Okay. Now, we're gonna have to use a hook shot to get some ammo for this area. And then we can get on the moving platform while it's up here and grab a third barrel and hopefully take care of this guy. There are candles over there, but we don't necessarily need them. As a matter of fact, the two dark rooms in this level, yes, there are two, are very easy to get through. Now that the enemies are out of the way, we can get that spike gate down, and we can travel through the rest of this area. You can get at least one of them if you want. There's enough for two-player mode, but it's easy to get through this area's dark stages once you go through this level a couple of times. And now we have a few things that we can grab. There are 3 doors here in this area to the north. I'm going to be opening the side doors first, and then I'm going to open the center one last. For the one on the left, very simple. And I have my full 9 lives. That's always a good thing. And the one on the right, just as easy. Don't know why I grabbed that cherry. I could have saved that in case I got hit or something, but there's a couple more. And now it's time for the coup de grace. You want to be able to kick all these up and pick the ones at the far sides to the 2 panels in the center. Then you want to wait for all of them to explode. Congratulations, you just got yourself a silver key. And he's telling us something that we've already known before. Did he say anything else? He does, but it's not much. I bet this guy barely says anything different. Well, at least they know he's an imposter finally. Yeah, and that's all he says. Let's go ahead and grab the silver key, because why not? And then we can head on down to the... almost said right, but it's really to the left. This one's really easy, if you know what to do. Pick this up. And you want to follow suit with this one. Except, when you get here, you kick this thing to the right. Now you want to kick this thing to the north wall. And kick it to these blocks. Kick this thing up. There you go. You're done here. There we go. That'll get rid of that buzzing noise. Now to use the hook shot here and hit these 2 buttons. Once you get this spike gate down, it never goes back down. So because of that, we have a means of getting the spell and going up here. Once again, you don't need the candle here because this is very easy to get around in. Almost second nature once you play through this stage a couple of times. Now you can do this without the bell, but I recommend that you do because, well, it's a lot faster if you do. Want to get him up here. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna hit him with the hookshot a couple times so I can stun him. I don't know why I'm searching all these other areas, but I know I'm not gonna need that bell again, that's for sure. Might as well go ahead and take care of these two guys yet again. At least one of them. Now the other guy's not gonna hit me. In case he does manage to get towards me, I can, you know, just throw this at him. Might as well. And now it's time to go ahead and get this silver key again. We're not really exactly going to need the second hookshot. There's more than enough. They're all usually there just for a two-player game, really. And you want to go down here first because you can grab this bell. Let's forsake the hookshot for a brief moment and use it to get all of these guys down here. Once again, there are candles, but again, you don't necessarily need them unless this is your first time through the game or this stage. And I want this guy to calm down. All of them to calm down. So that way, I can rush right in, grab this continue, and get out. And that guy nearly hit me with his flames. Thankfully, I was just standing to the side of him, and I'm able to get this. These two fruits to the left, you can only get them with the hookshot. You can't just walk over there. But we're not going to need them because we have all the hits and the health that we need. There is a staircase over here, but we're not going to need it quite yet because we need to kick this out of the way and get the gold key. Yay! There is an extra life in case you or one of your partner at the two-player mode needs it, and we now have this platform when we go up here. There are 9 arrows that make up this little platform, and the direction they face dictates where you go when you step on the button that it's on. We want to go to the other side, obviously. So left, not left, but right, and up ought to do it. They do change direction when you make your way around the platform. So you want to be very careful as you make your way to the right here. And you very much want to be careful. Oh boy. I may have to reposition myself a little bit. Sometimes this takes some doing, sometimes it doesn't. You just gotta be careful here. Game. And wow. It's never given me this much trouble. Ever. Sometimes it just wants to be random like this. Not sure if this is all random or just it just does this. Oh man. I may have to reposition myself here a little. That's good enough. Okay. Now we want to get to the corner here. And go in here just to reset the room. Just to be safe. Now, want to be careful. I can't believe I accidentally fell down a hole. Almost did. Just make our way to the corner here, and we should be good. Grab a barrel, toss it to that button there. Get on when it comes your way. Want to be careful. And there you go. You're already at the gold key door, and we have a hookshot that we can play with. Yes, we know. We've already seen them. We know that too. Yes, they do. As soon as you get up here, you want to go to the right of the staircase and take care of the upper right cannon, so that way you can take care of all of these cannons in a systematic fashion. And I'm going to need another hookshot. That's not a good thing. I think I know where I can find one, though. It will take a while, though. I may have to edit this part out. Alright, we're finally back. Now that I have 2 hookshots, I can finally go over here and take care of the cannon in the lower right-hand corner. Have our hands held up. Good. Take care of this one for last. And once we go south, we will have one last puzzle. Once we get done with this, we will not have to do any puzzles ever again. So, kick that to the left. Kick this right here. Kick this down. And finally, we can get these 2 blocks into position. There we go. Now, you could go to the west if you wanted to, but there's an optional room to the south. And we're going to take advantage of it. It's definitely going to be necessary because we not only get 2 hook shots, but once again, you don't really need both of them. There's more than enough, especially if you're playing a one-player game. But there's also continue here that I can grab. It's the last one of the game. Now we can go to the west and take on these guys with the cannon. You want to stay on them long enough so that they spin. Thankfully it goes in 8 directions. Kinda. Seems to go in 7. Maybe 6. And you want to use the bombs that you can shoot with the yellow button to get rid of all these guys and enter this final room. You finally get to meet Kill Paul Pete himself. I almost called him Kill Paul Pete for some reason. And he'll leap around, and his attacks are random. He does call minions out to match you, but he also uses a spin attack where he shoots bombs at you. And I can't grab a bomb in time because I'm a moron. Well, he just did my work for me. And I wanted to keep at least 1 on the screen, but that ain't happening. You want to have at least 1 minion on screen. Yeah, if he grabs you with that hook, just move south immediately. And you can't grab those with the hook shot? I'm surprised. As I was saying, you want to keep at least 1 minion on screen when he does call for them. So, in case he tries to call for another minion, he can't do so. He can only do that if there's no minions on screen at all. He does jump around it randomly. His patterns are rather linear. You just gotta watch out for the bombs. And, of course, you obviously want to throw them at him, because how else are you gonna get rid of them? I mean, it's not like you're gonna be able to do it with a hook shot or anything. Just throwing that out there. And you want to be very careful. Just watch where he's going. Ah! You may have to tap the button to break loose. If he shoots his musket, you want to get out of the way of his 5-way shot. Thankfully, that can be easy to do if you're at one of the 2 corners. And I'm taking some dumb damage, but I'm getting close to the end of the game, so I can actually deal with it. And I decided to take one for the team there. And he still killed him for me. That's fun. I should be close to getting rid of him now. And when he does shoot the musket, it does get fired at both sides of the screen. So... man, I am taking some dumb damage here, but I got 9 lives, so that's all good. We did it! There we go. That was a little harder than the practice run, but it works. And 25 minutes with the edit. That's a pain, but, well, we got through this alright. Congratulations. And after a recycle of that cutscene from the end of Stage 1, where we see a tied-up Keelhaul Pete instead of a bunch of cronies being tied up, Goofy and Max examine their handiwork, and wonder if they're on the right pirate ship and if Pete and PJ are there, and turns out they are. And we might want to see how they're not doing very okay right now. Well, at least we're here. We dealt with Keelhaul Pete, and now we can pull these guys up. Alright. And it basically just goes back to the way it was at the start. Everybody goes fishing again like nothing happened. And with that, we have the credits. But first, we get to see Max in action, which didn't take place for the whole game. As you can tell, he is faster. And as you're going to tell in one of the future scenes in this little enemy roll call, you'll find out he is indeed weaker. If he can actually hit somebody with a plant or two, which might not be until a few scenes later. But, yeah. These enemies do have names. There we go. Yeah, see that? That actually just stunned him for a little while. And yeah, this is basically a little enemy roll call. There's really not much to this. There aren't a lot of enemies. There is a little bit of variety, kinda, to the enemies. But you really only have like 2 enemy types and that aren't ghosts or bats or anything, and strangely enough, all of the wildlife, such as the snakes, the hedgehogs, the frogs, the ghosts, the bats, they don't get mentioned here at all. It's just the pirate enemies, that's it. So this part is a bit short. I would have liked to see the non-human, if you consider dog people humans, which for the game you would. All of the non-human enemies mentioned here, but at least we do get to see the bosses. That's always nice. And I really did not like these guys during the practice run. Still kinda don't, because just the way the boomerangs work always happen to just keep you on your toes. As long as you got rid of the red skeleton first, you were alright. These guys too, but as long as you stuck to the lower center of the room, you were good. And Keelhaul Pete. As long as you stayed on the move, not took dumb damage, obviously, you wouldn't have to deal with a loss of multiple lives. I swear that little extendable claw is the worst. And that villager's moving, not sure why he is. I mean, he doesn't move around in-game. And here's the final screen for all this. At least it shows, like, simulated gameplay footage for the character roll call, so that's good. And we finally have the credits. Not going to be very long, but there are some names that should be mentioned, like that one right over there, Shinji Mikami. He would, shortly after this game, create the Resident Evil series. He would found it. There aren't a lot of recognizable names here. About 3 at least. Shinji Mikami is obviously one of them. Where are they? Oh yeah, sound effect. Elf. Elf worked on the sound effects for Street Fighter, the second one. I don't know why I paused right there. And Yuki Satomura. She worked on the music for Mega Man X. And that's basically it. Yuji Satomura now goes by the name Yuki Iwai. She got married and she formed another sound team with her husband. I believe she worked on the Mega Man series in general. Just might as well throw that out there. And that's basically it. 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 26 seconds. That's basically as quickly as we could get through this game for this Let's Play. And, well, that's all. You're probably wondering how the game was in my eyes. Well, believe it or not, it's not too bad. Music and sound are okay. Gameplay works like a charm. There is a 2-player simultaneous mode, so if you're willing to play this game with a friend, go for it. It's actually pretty fun in that regard. And, of course, there are puzzles, if you've already noticed from watching me play this thing to the end. But as long as you know what to do and you've gotten some practice in on this game, especially with the harder puzzles, it's really not that bad. So do I recommend this game? Of course I do. If you see it, go ahead and pick it up. So another Let's Play down. So hopefully I will be back with another Let's Play. Not sure how you guys like the new vocals, the new vocal styling that I'm doing, where I'm speaking a lot quieter, so the commentary doesn't have a lot of clipping in it, so it'd be great if I could get some feedback on that. Other than that, that's basically all that I have to say on the matter, and that wraps up Goof Troop. So until then, this is Prince Watercrest. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!